Welcome back to another episode of JRCtv, and welcome to beautiful Costa Rica. I'm very excited to be sharing with you our episodes for the next few months from here in Costa Rica, a beautiful little beach town we found named Tamarindo, and I'm telling you, life is amazing down here. My favorite phrase they say is pura vida, pure life. It's an amazing gift to be able to share with an amazing culture. Today we're going to be focused on love and relationships, specifically your intimate relationship or a relationship you have with any woman or lady friend that you have in your life that you really care about. Because this is something that if you truly care about them, you're going to want to help them as much as humanly possible. Now ladies, you might be aware of this already, obviously, but you might want to share this video with a man you have in your life, or your son, or your dad, or someone that you think as a guy would really need to know this so that it can better help them have even better relationships with you and the ladies in their life. Today we're going to be talking about something that I learned from a woman named Allison Armstrong. She was talking about how as women progress through their day-to-day life, it's kind of like walking through a field. If you've ever gone and walked through a field, inevitably you get all kinds of little stuff stuck to your clothing. Whether it's those little sticky balls, like little sticker thorn ones, or it's one of those little things that stick in your socks, or leaves and branches and thorns and all kinds of random stuff kind of stick to you over time. And if you've ever gone on a jungle hike in Costa Rica, you get all kinds of crazy stuff stuck to your clothes and skin along the way. Now what's crazy is that's an external example of what happens to a woman internally, emotionally. She'll be going through her day and something might happen. It's like, ooh, a little thorn that stuck her. And then a conversation she's having, like, oh, she felt that other woman's pain and now that's stuck there too. And then she's going through a conversation and someone said something mean or harsh towards her and she goes, oh, that one hurt as well. And these little poisons stack up throughout the day. Now here's what's interesting. If you were out to dinner with a good friend, a wife, your sister, your mom, and she got food poisoning, what would you immediately help her do? That's right, you'd want to help her get it out of her system by throwing up or purging or taking a laxative and getting it out the other way, but you want to help her get it out immediately because that poison is going to hurt her if it stays there. Now, what's interesting is women try to share with us these emotional poisons, and us guys take it upon ourselves to try to fix it. And what that is like is, imagine she has food poisoning, she's bent over, it's like, blah, it's coming out. She's trying to just get the poison out by sharing it with you and telling you about it and just telling you what happened. And midway through, you're like, oh, well, here, let me help you by scooping some of this up and trying to shove it right back in your mouth. And I know that is a disgusting thing to think about, but that's the equivalent of what you're doing, guys, when you tell a woman, here, let me fix that, or let me tell you how you could have done it better, or don't do that anymore. If you try to suggest a fix to it as she's spilling the emotional poison out, it's like taking some of the throw up and trying to push it back in at the moment it's coming out, which is disgusting. Don't do that. What you really want to practice doing is allowing her to let it out. And imagine holding a big basket, and this isn't a garbage bag, it's a luxury basket, something beautiful made for a queen or a princess. You want to help gather those poisons as they come out and tie them up in that bag and push them aside. You don't want, unless she says, can you please help me with this, or can you please help me fix this or solve this, then share some insight. Beyond that, just gather them, gather them, gather them, gather them. And ask her, is that all? Is there any more? Share with me. What else happened? What other details? What other things? And what's interesting is sometimes if you do not allow her to get these out, it'll build up so much that it'll make her start being the type of person that she even doesn't like. Meaning she'll look herself in the mirror and go, ugh, I hate when I'm like this. Not physically, but emotionally, when it feels that way, where it feels gross inside because she has way too much poison built up on the inside and she needs to let it out somewhere. So like I said, this can be with your intimate partner or just someone you really care about as a woman. I mean, if you see her going through that point where she's so full with toxic poisons on the inside emotionally, hold that basket for her, let her let it out, and just hold space for her, hold presence for her, and allow her to fill that basket so that you can get it out of the way. Here's a clue. The more often you help her to get it out, the smaller the amount that's built up on the inside. What's scary is if you allow a woman you care about in your life to let these toxins build for months or a half a year or a year or longer, you could only imagine how much is built up inside. If you make it a weekly or a bi-weekly or a monthly ritual to help her get these poisons out, or a daily ritual to help her get these poisons out, she'll never be backed up to the point where it feels like it's overflowing. She'll always have that space to release and go, oh, it's gone. I can forget about it and move on. Here's the interesting part as well. You ever feel like she brings up stuff that happened a long time ago? That's because anytime she gets to a point that she has to release, she's going to bring up every little bit that she never had a chance to let out back then. So the more regularly you help her decompress, the better, because the less she'll have stored up and stacked up on the inside. I hope this is helpful. Download today's worksheet. It has a few more steps of exactly step-by-step how to do this. Enjoy the process. Go out there and save some ladies. Help them really, truly decompress, get the poisons out, so that they can be their most flourishing, alive, fulfilled, passionate, bright, shining selves. Have fun with this, and I'll see you next week. Bye.